Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming a quick review and first impressions with the newest Alter Ego palette on the block. This is the Shadow Kiss palette and they were so kind and sent this my way. So if you want to see swatches and see how I created this makeup look, then just keep watching. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Karen Harris. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on my channel. Today we're playing with another newer palette to my collection. This one has been out for a while, but if you've been keeping up with me on my social media, we sold our house, we're getting ready to move, and so it kind of fell in the back burner, but I still wanted to redeem myself and film with it. So if you're into new makeup releases, this is the place for you. Highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. So everybody and their mom loves cool tone palettes these days. I feel like I am in the minority that loves warm tone palettes and definitely more colorful palettes. But I feel like a lot of people have really been gravitating towards cool tone palettes, so I think this one came at the perfect time. I think so many of you were asking Alter Ego to make this palette, and they finally listened and delivered, so I'm very, very excited to share this with you guys. Now, this is a 15 pan eyeshadow palette, and it's made in the PRC, cruelty-free, with a net weight of 15 grams or 0.53 ounces. And this is what the packaging looks like. It's so cute. It matches all their other packaging. I also really like the size of this palette. It is really great quality. So I filmed this look and I filmed swatches, so let's go ahead and roll into that footage. Okay, so I'm filming the demo portion of this video with the Shadow Kiss palette. Now this palette's been out for quite some time. I haven't had a chance to play with it yet, so I decided to do that. I'm actually getting ready to go pick up my friend Heather Austin here on YouTube. If you haven't checked her out already, I would highly recommend, but she's coming down to visit me for my baby shower, and so I figured I should do some makeup, you know, make a good first impression. So these are the first three shades. We have Cloak, we have Vanish, and we have Mist, and then we have Veil, Fog, and Risk. These are swatching pretty nicely, actually. Then we have Disguise, Tempt, and Eclipse. And then we have Shroud, Desire, and Shade. And then the last three shades I have Dare, Ombre, and Zeal. So I feel like, you know, cool tones have been in now for the last year or so. And I feel like here's just another brand hopping on the bandwagon, which there's nothing wrong with because I see cool tones being requested all of the time in videos by YouTubers, in the comment section, in Facebook groups that I'm in. So if you're balling on a budget, you can grab the Shadow Kiss palette from Alter Ego. I do have a code with them. It's Karen10 and it's actually now an affiliate code, so I will make a small commission. I don't really like to compare the Alter Ego palettes to the Natasha Denona palettes that they're duping, but I do have the Glam palette. Again, if you're not new to my channel, you know I'm not a big fan of cool tone eyeshadows, so I don't play with them often, although I did recently play with the Natasha Denona Xenon palette, and I do like that one. It's very dramatic, though. This one's definitely more of a subtle, everyday kind of palette. So I'm going to start off and keep this pretty simple. I'm going to go into the shade Vanish, which is like a very light crease shade. That's just going to work so perfectly in my crease. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck that in. That's such a pretty color, actually. Oh my gosh, such a pretty like one and done like matte eyeshadow look. Okay, I'm just gonna take this like pencil brush and gonna go into the shade Disguise, and I'm just gonna use that to highlight my brow bone. I actually got my brows threaded this last week, and so now I have like all this extra real estate that was kind of covered in sort of grown brows, and now I'm like, whoa, I have this whole brow bone to work with, and so I still feel like I'm learning like where to bring my eyeshadow up to, because before you couldn't really see it, but I have a pretty high brow bone, it like really sticks out and have very deep set eyes. And so I swear I'm like, what the heck? It's like a whole new world, even though this is not my first time getting my brows done. It's weird. Anyway, now I'm going to go into this shade called Umbra, which is like the darkest shade in the palette. I'm just sticking to the same like blending brush. And I'm just tucking that into the outer corner. This is going to be a very simple look. Okay, those two shades blended together really nicely. And then for my lid, I want to use the shade Cloak. It's just like a really pretty neutral, like rose gold shade. And I'm going to spray it with my handy dandy spray and see if that foils. Okay, so that shade's really pretty. I love wearing like a champagne shade on my lid. I think it really works well with my complexion. Again, a very simple look. I'm going to clean up my lower lash line, do the rest of my face off camera, and I will be right back to give you guys my first impression thoughts on this palette. Surprise! Here's the final look. I know you guys are all in shock. Anyway, I had a lot of fun playing with this palette. Now, I really like the fact that Alter Ego provides more affordable versions of very expensive eyeshadow palettes. I know not everybody is crazy about eyeshadows as I am, so where I will spend the extra money and try the Natasha Denona version, I know that it's not always a priority for everyone, and now that I'm venturing into motherhood, I feel like I'm gonna have to, you know, switch around my priorities as well, because I won't be able to spend as much money on eyeshadows as probably towards my baby. So we'll see. That's yet to be determined. But man, oh man, do I really love eyeshadow palettes. So I think it's really nice that there is an alternative for something a little bit more expensive for y'all that are trying to not spend all of your money on makeup. So let me know down in the comments if you pick this palette up. I personally think the quality is decent. It's not my favorite Alter Ego palette. I feel like their Canyon palette is still my favorite, and the Natasha Denona version does have one or two, no, I think just one of her cream to powder formulas in it, so I do appreciate that. But overall, you guys know I'm not a fan of cool tone eyeshadows, so I think you could just use either one and be just happy either way. I personally wouldn't have probably bought the Natasha Denona version if I didn't have a YouTube channel, or if I wasn't slightly addicted to eyeshadow palettes and buying eyeshadow palettes, and maybe a little bit of a shopping problem. So anyway, I had so much fun playing with this palette. I think it's a nice one. Definitely one to include in a stocking stuffer, or if you want to gift one. I think this is going to be the perfect palette for the upcoming holiday season. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and like I had mentioned in the start, this palette was sent to me. I do have an affiliate code with them now, so I will make a small commission if you use my affiliate code. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next video soon. Bye!